Well, now for nearly 40 years, Spreadsheet mastery has been a rite of passage in a multitude of entry-level jobs, from investment banking to private equity to consulting, and that may be about to change thanks to AI. I welcome this, Leslie.
Yeah, because you were a spreadsheet cruncher.
No, but I wasn't very good at it.
You were an Excel monkey?
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it for 5 years before I joined CNBC, and I always was way slower. Do you know what? Not just than my colleagues, than my late, great older brother. He was a machine on it, and it just always annoyed me.
So for some people, it literally clicks. When
Yeah.
I started in business school, I literally bought a Excel for Dummies book, read it. Still, I'm terrible at Excel. But just within the last month, here's some good news. There's been a slew of AI product launches that aim to take on Excel or Google Sheets. One of them, called Shortcut.ai, went viral when its Excel agent was unveiled in late July. The technology can build a discounted cash flow model from scratch in minutes. The CEO, Nico Christie, told us that Shortcut is already serving thousands of paying customers at thousands of companies, mostly through individual lower-level employees.
The work that you do tends to be very time consuming, and I wouldn't say menial, but repetitive. And what you would rather be doing is doing what the associates and managers do at these firms, which is mostly reviewing the work that takes more time to do. So now that we can have AI that can actually do 4 hours of work in 20 minutes, it's a no-brainer in terms of ROI and making the switch over.
Christie said that ROI unleashed a battlefield in the race for superhuman Excel agents. Shortcut's parent company, Fundamental Labs, has raked in more than $40 million in funding from Prosus Ventures, Andreessen Horowitz, and First Spark, to name a few. OpenAI just invested $14 million in something similar called Endex. General Catalyst just seeded another company called Paradigm, and Google and Microsoft have been quickly rolling out AI features to defend their spreadsheet turf. So far, none of the agents, though, are 100% perfect. They still require human oversight, especially in scenarios with legal or regulatory or compliance implications. But the technology is improving by the day, and it's expected to have broad ramifications for Wall Street talent, as well as bottom line efficiencies. And guys, this has all really just exploded in the last month.
It's super exciting and makes your life better and should make other people's lives better in certain ways. Those that actually have to do the job, it will make your life easier. But there's those who won't get the job because there won't be a job to do.
Right. And I asked Christie about that. I said, is this going to just completely supplant the entry-level workforce in all of these industries? I mean, we're not just talking about investment banking. We're talking about consulting. We're talking about private equity. We're talking about accounting. I mean, he said 2 billion Excel users that are proficient with it, that use it every day for their jobs.
But I have a bigger point, which is this kind of highlights a broader question of, does AI now just arbitrage away kind of all the potential different views on a stock or in the market? I mean, if AI builds the spreadsheet and the model from which then the whole of the sell side base their kind of forecasts, aren't we just kind of all going to converge on the same thing? I mean, maybe we already have that now because the biggest stocks are covered by so many people and you get the consensus forecast. But it's going to happen like
they're
that.
going to give you ranges, right?
Yeah. And I think
it's all going to be a range, and someone's going to have to decide, I'm picking the low end of this range, I'm picking the high end of this range.
But I'll step back from I still remember in my early days when you had to build your own model. That was like what you were told. And yet you could have just picked up any one of the 28 sell-side analyst models and used that initially. But what does it actually really come down to? I am going to put in a bigger input on AI sales of this company than most others because I believe in the big theme. So again, it's so interesting, like the amount of time and energy that goes into all this, and really does it really make the difference, the underlying model versus getting those big themes right?
Well, I think, it all comes down to the prompts that you give the AI and tell it to look for certain assumptions and pull this 10K and compare it to this 10K. I mean, you still as a human, you have to instruct it to do what you want it to do.
AI is not, so I tell my kids this all the time, AI is not like a mind reader. The prompt actually does matter. If you have a view, you tell it the view. If you don't have a view, it will come up with its own view. I agree. If nobody has a view and you just are literally saying to the AI, what do you think? Yes, you will get to that point. If everyone has no agency over themselves whatsoever, we will all come to a median in the middle of some sort, some average. But hopefully you have some agency in your life, and you're not just going to listen to whatever the AI gremlins have decided.
So I basically agree with that. I kind of put it a different way, though. I think the people who take more agency over the next 5 years and rely on AI less will do better. Because I think it's just going to speed up arbitraging away the consensus.
We'll take a random walk down AI Street, perhaps, and we'll find out the answer.
I also think in human development, and I think this is really relevant for kids, you develop your intelligence much more by reading and thinking yourself. And again, the people growing up that embrace AI less, I think, will just generally grow their intelligence more. So I think there's a counter trade here of embrace AI less, and you might go further.
Well, we'll find out.
I'll take the other side of that coin for now. But anyway.